I was watching a comedy show by what's his name, Chris Rock on Netflix had a comedy show,
Okay.
and he was talking about the white lady. He was talking about drugs, and he said the first thing I do when I go to where was it he go to? Atlanta or LA or something like that. Wherever he goes, someplace he goes, one of those big cities, LA or Atlanta, one of them. The first thing he does is you know what he does? He look for his drugs. He go get his drugs. His drugs. And we're not talking about weed. He was talking about that.
Okay.
Yes. He was talking white girl in the comedy show. The comedy show.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you listen to rap music. They talk about it. And they talk about it with such confidence. With such confidence. So so I say to you, who are the people who watch YouTube and social media? Who are the people that listen to rap? And where you find these things being said by these people, who are the main consumers of the platforms where you would find these celebrities and rappers and stuff talking? Where is the platform that they are doing it on? Who are the consumers for the most part? The young people.
Yeah.
The young people. So I said it's not social media that's the problem, the thing. It is the people who are on there, and many of these people are adults. And people don't understand socialization. Yes, social media is part of the socialization, but it's not social media. Parents have a responsibility to ensure to monitor what their kids are watching. Okay. But the people who are on social media, the celebrities and they have a responsibility to know what they're saying. Okay? And you find that right now there's a debate going on in the House concerning fentanyl, the fentanyl crisis. It's a fentanyl crisis where they said a lot of children, younger people. Back in the days, it wasn't the young people, teenagers who are dying from fentanyl and having it older people. But now we find that young people are exposed to it, and they're exposed to it because they're on the platform and people and it doesn't and they are feeding themselves on these things. You know what I mean? So we have to. I said to you, people have to be careful about how they talk, where they talk. You know, because it children shouldn't be getting their hands on those things. Okay, children shouldn't be watching television and Netflix and seeing this. Okay, you think parents are monitoring what the Netflix shows that the kids are watching?
No, not at all.
Parents are not. Parents don't have the parents we have today don't have time for that.
Because they're grasping to all of those violence and and they don't see the negativity from it because they're not being told that it's negativity. It's negativity. There is being seen and reflected as as life, as something amusing, as something to you know like and to be a part of. You know,
Yes.
it it changes the certain
It's really a
individuals
motive.
that
Yeah.
it I don't know, right?
People don't have
it
people.
just empower it does empower.
You know, and we
It
are so
empowers people, but
yeah.
it empowers those too much. Those ones too much.
Well,
it overdo because they empower for men.
what they're trying to do is to reduce the access to the drug. I mean, in other words, I said in American society, it's
Well,
always
they want
about.
to speak like
No, but I'm going to tell you this:
speak like it everywhere, but where do they get it from?
the only
And that's
fix.
the thing.
You
That's
know,
it's being shown like that music, like they like pornography, like
they're gonna get it.
celebrity,
They're gonna get it.
like they're going to see it on social
Okay,
media.
I'm gonna say this.
And like those type of
But how
platforms
do
and
you deal with the
everything
problem?
on.
This is how we are dealing with it,
But
like what's going on right
where are
now.
they getting it from?
But how are they dealing with it? Why? Where are they getting it from?
But like the guy said, he said from Snapchat.
From Snapchat.
Yes, he said that the young man had messed with someone on Snapchat and had purchased it from someone.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they were on social media talking to.
So,
But where did that guy who sold it from, was he a dealer? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You have.
I know that they had tracked that. They had trolled that.
But I mean, so Snapchat caused it.
Well, for this incident.
No, I mean, okay, fine. How do we deal with the limit access? No amount of limiting access is going to stop anything. We have seen that during the prohibition years when they limit access to liquor, and they limit access to liquor was not because the liquor was, but they limit the access to liquor, to alcohol. Okay, they remember the prohibition when the people couldn't get access. You couldn't get liquor, alcohol at all in this country, but people still got it. People still got it. People still drink and everything. It created a black market. There was still no matter. The more you create, you limit access, is the more you create an underground market.
Man, there has been a lot of underground markets, like called the speakeasies and everything. Okay, people were selling liquor from out of their cribs, out of their own.
Say for example, okay, fine. You know what? But you know what? Some you know what? But the medical profession is doing something about it. Some drugs today, they don't. Some drugs. Wait, now listen to this point. Listen to this point. But they are dealing with it. Some drugs. This is how you can deal with it. Some drugs today. Okay, if I write you a prescription, you take it home, and you take it, you can sell that. They tell you, oh, you must make sure you take all of it. They're telling you to make sure you take all of it because they don't want you to sell it. Okay. Okay, they want you to take all. It will work because if you don't, it will work. Okay. The second thing is So what they're doing now is, in some drugs, is they're giving you an injection, and you have to go to the office, the medical facility, in order for the drug to be administered. They don't want to. That is one way we can. Okay, if you really want to limit access, then okay, make the drugs accessible at medical facilities. Then
by a physician ordinance.
Yes, and you'll have to do that. Create centers and places where people, if we really want to do, but of course that's gonna create cost. But we're already having a cost. People are dying. Okay, it's human cost. It's affecting society. The medical problem as a result of opioid use and so on, and is also rising. So it's either deal with that or deal with it the other way. So yes, if you want, I believe that people, you have to think hard to deal with problems in society. The first step can't be to reform or to limit access to some kind of legislation that don't work, where people still gonna have access. Okay, you're gonna limit access by shutting down Snapchat. Snapchat is an indirect cause. Indirect cause. Okay? You limit it. Okay, say for example with the gun. If I kill you, I say, okay, we're gonna have to limit, it's access. No. But there was somebody, remember that there was a criminologist, somebody who was studying criminology, doing his PhD in criminology. Where was this? In Montana or something like that? And I don't remember where it was. Somewhere. And he used a knife and he slashed 4 persons throat, 2 women and 2 men. Can't remember his name. It was just we were watching it on ABC News Live the other day. Okay. A hunting knife. Okay. He never had a gun, but so this time it was more gruesome. I guess if they had used the gun, it would have been quick and easy. But he used a knife. Oh my God! That means the death was slower and it was much more painful. So I'm talking about, if you want to deal with some of the problems in society, you have to look at the right thing. You're not going to get the right thing if you do the wrong. If you do the wrong thing, the wrong thing gives you the wrong result. And guess what? People don't want to do. The people don't want to think hard. They want easy, so they're quick to go into legislation. They want to legislate and regulate and regulate and regulate. And when they regulate and legislate, do it the wrong way, because they don't have philosophers and thinkers. Okay, they have capitalists and medical doctors. Medical doctors weren't researchers. You have medical doctors acting as if they're researchers and philosophers and thinkers. Okay? Or if they are scientists who are supposed to be studying, they are allowing themselves to be influenced by the bottom line.
That's something that needs a lot of work on. Very much so. But, until then, everyone had to put in some type of work to see the change.
Well, if you do the wrong thing, you get the wrong result.
We see it partial.
You know, I remember some time ago we did a thing together. I asked her a question. You throw an egg against the wall, it doesn't break, it doesn't fall. How come? And everybody was saying, well, I mean, the egg is boiled. I don't know. Maybe the wall is made of sponge and stuff. And I'm like, no, you throw an egg against the wall, it doesn't break. You throw an egg against a wall, it doesn't break, it doesn't fall. How come? Because the antecedent of egg, so you throw an egg against a wall, the antecedent of it doesn't break, it doesn't fall, it doesn't break. It's talking about the wall, not the egg. But they were looking at the egg and not the wall. And that is what we are doing today. We are looking at the wrong things. We're looking at tools and other. We need to. Okay, back in the days, people. I've said this over and over about the importance of community, the importance of churches and certain institutions that promote family and togetherness. Those things are no longer people. People don't go to church anymore, and it's not like I'm telling people you have to go to church, because you don't have to go to church. There are other things you can do other than going to church. But the churches back in the days, we had the church, and people children used to go to Sunday school and so on. I don't even know if they have Sunday school anymore. Very few people go to Sunday school. Very few people go to church and talk about the stuff. Everybody just listening to music and stuff that is crass and devalue the other. Okay? And then you wonder why they talk like that on social media. They talk like that some people talk like that on social media because that's what they feed their mind on 24/7. That's what they listen to. That's what they are exposed to. Okay? This is the Neoliberal Podcast. You're listening to Renaldo McKenzie and Dante Nelson. And we are talking about very important issues in the news. And we are critiquing it constructively. Not just to tear down, but to build up. Saying that in order for there to be change, we cannot be reactive, doing the same thing to get the same results. Well, we have to do the right thing. And the thing may not necessarily be to reform guns or to reform social media in that sense, but to reform people. And by reforming people, I mean helping people to develop conscience. Okay? Promoting those soft things. Okay? Getting back to basics, the mentoring and the apprenticeship, having conversations in community with young people. The community, recapturing community and neighborhood and togetherness. There's so much. It means we have to sit down and have hardcore discussions about these things. This is the neoliberal round. Well, good.